Welcome.
You are watching Line Screw 1. Shut up, Philip! Shut up! Well, hello tubers, hope you're doing well wherever you are in this crazy YouTube universe. You're hearing Philip. When he hears my voice, he gets excited and he does the coo. As you may have noticed, I am flying the flag of the Yukon to remind me where I came from in my travels. And thank you, you know who you are, who gave me that flag. So thank you very much. And yeah, I've not been on YouTube for a few weeks because I am going to be homeless in a few days. And I'm excited! Whoa, woo, woo! Give me a thumbs up for being homeless. Yes. So, as many of you know, I've pretty much been a long stay RVer at various parks, using my RV as an apartment for years. So my RV, typically, you know, a good year, I might drive a couple hundred miles. Typically, maybe 100 miles. You know, I drive to get propane. I'll maybe drive on one camping trip that's not too far away. But I've been using the darn RV as an apartment, and I've got too much stuff. And so the last 2 weeks, it's been a job. You know, a jobby poo, you know, like Mikey, Living Free Mikey. He doesn't want. It's been a job. That's why I haven't been on YouTube. It's been a job clearing out this RV, getting it ready. It's literally like death by 1,000 small tasks. But I'm not complaining. Essentially, what I have been doing, it's, you know, a lot of small repairs, from replacing, you know, the filter in the air conditioning to some upholstery repair. I had a burnt out taillight light bulb. Had to figure out which one it was, get a new one. Tidying, organizing, buying equipment I'm going to need on the road, because I'm going to be in the hinterland of Western Canada in the middle of nowhere for the most part, so I need certain supplies. And I threw out thousands of dollars of stuff that no longer worked or no longer was needed. You know, I've got a lot of camera gear, a lot, and not just stuff I use on YouTube. YouTube stuff is the cheap stuff, but I've got a lot of Canon cameras, and I just throw out a couple of these Canon cameras, which is unfortunate because they were $700-800 a piece, but they just wouldn't fire up anymore. They wouldn't recharge, and I guess it was time for the dumpster. Even though I think one of those cameras probably made me $10,000-15,000. So the camera deserves a retirement in the landfill. As far as I'm concerned, if you can spend $800 on a camera and it can make you $10,000 or $15,000, that camera has done you good. And that's not my YouTube stuff. Like for those of you who know, I've got professional stuff that goes into documentaries, TV commercials, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so they retired to the landfill, and the stuff that I threw out was probably a couple 100 pounds of gear and crap, things that had no more purpose. Things that were superfluous. And what else did I do? I changed the oil in my generator, changed the oil in the RV, did it myself. Why pay somebody? Part of the problem too is there's a lot of places that you can't change the oil because you're too tall. So it was just easier for me to do it myself. I hand washed the RV. Did a few cosmetic repairs and caulking and things like that. You know, there's always some loose trim here and there. It's got to be taken care of. Yeah, it's just been work. Every day I basically start the day thinking, okay, what am I going to get done today? And that's the goal. And so everything's been organized. I hope, and there's been a few cases where I've organized things to the point where I don't know where they are, because they used to be in this spot, but now they're in a different spot. But I think I've got it 90% in my head where things are now, and it's somewhat logical. And then of course the basement had so much crap, outdoor stuff. I tidied that out, throwing it out. I should probably throw out a few more things, but found a few things that I didn't know I had. I even found hundreds of dollars. I've been saving change in confectionery or jam jars. So I found even some silver, collectible silver, and we know what the price of silver is lately. I used to be a big silver bug, so anyway. So I've got quite a few of those. Canadian Tire Money, found that. So all I've been doing then is tidying, cleaning, fixing, repairing, preparing. I even have an appointment tomorrow for new front tires. I'm getting some good quality, I think some Firestones for the front. Because the front Chinese tire is a little bit noisy. Don't really trust them for long distance driving, so I'm going to spend $650 to get those replaced tomorrow. That'll take one little load off my back. I'm not so much worried about the rears because the rears are dualies. Even if you have a failure in one of your inboard or outdoor dualies, you can always limp to the next town and just get it, you know, replaced, repaired, fixed, whatever. That's the beauty of dualies. But you don't want to have a front blowout on a heavy RV. And I got a lot of stuff. Oh, and I also bought a EcoFlow Delta so that I can boondock easier, save some fuel on my generator for when it's hot. I'm not expecting it to be overly hot this summer, but anyway. The game plan is going to be that I'm going to do a magical mystery tour of provincial parks, which I like provincial parks because a lot of them, well, most of them don't even have hookups or sewer, but they'll have like a tap where you can get water, and they'll have an outhouse so you can use. But they have good, spacious lots, which I really like. And it's just so nice. Rather than these RV parks where your neighbor is 5 feet over. If you open your window, you could reach out and almost touch your neighbor. Yeah. So I don't think anybody on YouTube has ever done that. But I'm going to literally start heading north/east, you know, towards the Rockies-ish, and stop at these RV parks, and I'll be posting videos and walking around giving my take on these RV parks. Of course, I'm going to upload them after I leave, so don't think I'm still there when I upload the video. I got to be careful because there's the friendlies, all those liberals, especially Carolyn's liberals. They're always after me, so I got to make sure that I protect my, you know, anonymity and privacy of where I'm at, for my own safety. Isn't that crazy? The old days, you know, when you were young, you know, we all started out as liberals and socialists when we were kids, like 50 years ago, right? We were scared of the conservatives. Now the conservatives are the heroes. And the liberals and the socialists are the scary ones. Oh boy, how life has flipped, hasn't it? Anyway, I know Carolyn, she's probably missing my videos. She said the end was near. A couple weeks ago on her thread, she said the end is near, but I can't talk about it. The end is near for what? Well, maybe it's near for me. Because I'm about to be homeless in a few days. Yes, I've not been homeless in a long time. But all I can suggest, if you're ever going to do this and be homeless like me, number one tip, make sure you got a credit card with at least $20,000 limit in case your tranny goes, your engine goes. You need a crate engine, whatever. How many people just walk around with cash? And when you're camping, don't walk around with cash. You can get robbed. Your RV can have a fire. Don't be silly. Just have 1 or 2 credit cards, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 for the limits. You're good to go. As long as you got some money back at home, you can back it off, pay off that credit card, right? That's the safety valve you need that Bob Wells and Cheap RV Living and Carolyn's RV Life, she never says that. Have a credit card with at least a $20,000 limit, just in case, just in case. Never mentions that. That's my tip of the day, folks. So yeah, officially homeless. I think I'm at about 97% ready. I mean, I did crazy things like even replace some of the levers on all my cabinetry. I redid them all because I hated the original stock ones. I went to Home Depot, got some fancy ones, but I bought a whole bunch of extra ones, and I realized the ones that were heavy used were kind of worn, and I didn't like them because the paint was chipping off them. It was driving me crazy. So luckily, I found the 5 extra ones I bought, and next time I'm at Home Depot, I'm going to buy a few more because I don't think they've discontinued them yet. I should have a couple more just in case. So I even replaced those, you know, rewired some stuff. Yeah, even my bathroom, I put some bright LED fixtures because the stock lighting in the shower is just horrible. It's just so dim. So I did that like a decade ago, but the LEDs were starting to fail and flicker. And Philip for the most part, he lives in my bathroom because he keeps the seeds in there when he's flicking his seeds around. The shower enclosure keeps that in there. Of course, when I'm showering, I move him somewhere else, and you know, he does get time outside. He gets his ablutions every day. But I've replaced and rewired the LEDs in there, so it's quite bright. It's like every day is like a daylight. You turn the light on in the bathroom. So at night, if I'm gonna take a pee, I don't want to turn that light off because it's like oh my god, it's like daylight. Of course, I do sleep with the shades on, you know, all the time, so that does help a little bit. It helps it a little bit. So anyway, folks, that is the crazy update. And like I said, I'll be homeless in a few days, and a few more appointments, a few more things to do, and I shall be traveling Western North America. And I might be near you. You might even run into me. If you got a reservation somewhere in a provincial campground, you might run into me. So I will just apologize in advance. So in the meantime, folks, put your comments down below and keep your wheels on the ground. I'll talk to you soon. Over and out. Every season